Hey Capricorn, Elsie here to do a reading. It is for the week ahead. Cappies, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. Capricorn, I'm here with a couple of oracle decks. We're going to look at those first. We're going to get energy for the week ahead as usual. And then we are going to look at some tarot, get some detail for the week ahead. Capricorn, this is for you, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Capricorn, if you are somebody who has never been here before and it's all brand new to you, welcome here. I hope that you will stay. There is a subscription button in the bottom right-hand corner of this little screen where I live here. And if you are someone who's always coming back here to watch, view, subscribe, thank you so much for doing that. Look, 53% of you that show up to give me your clicks and your views don't subscribe. So, only 53% of you do subscribe. So there's still quite a few of you out there who come by and watch me, but you haven't subscribed. I hope that you will. It makes a difference in how the channel grows. All right. So we've got card number 54, the skunk spirit. Know your worth. Even the skunk knows their worth. The skunk's pretty confident that they can chase off anything or anyone that's trying to hurt them, right? So I think that you're supposed to stand up and be counted. We've got 54, which is a 9. And that reminds me of the 9 of Pentacles or the 9 of Wands or the 9 of Cups, right? It's like standing up for yourself and knowing your worth. We've got card number 63, the vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. 63 is also a 9. I'm just saying we've got coinciding numbers here. I feel like you're very close to the end of a cycle here. And I want to say that, the vulture plays an imperative role in the ecosystem, right? So when something does die, when an animal dies or whatever, the vulture comes by to pick the bones. So the bones can go back to the earth. And so it's part of the ecosystem, right? It's a very important part of the ecosystem. And it feels like you're at the end of something. So it feels like the vultures are going to come in and pick over the bones. Look, that could mean something different for others of you. It could mean that you're at the end of a marriage or at the end of a relationship or at the end of leaving a job and the vultures are circling. It could be that, waiting to pick the bones. But I feel like these 9s are telling me that you're on the verge of something. There is something here that is going to be changing. We do have the hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. Card number 32. It does feel like you are exiting a cycle of lack, I want to say, because that 32 is a 5 and 5s are about the hard place in between the 1 and the 10, right? That's the hard place where all the lack stuff is going on. So I feel like somebody here is going through a cycle of lack, possibly. So I'm going to say get out of the driver's seat. Let spirit drive for a bit. Maybe you shouldn't be making the decisions. Maybe you should be waiting for things to show up for you. Let's take a look and see what else is going on here. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Tell me about Capricorn. One more, please. All right, there we go. We've got a mountain, major challenges to overcome. That's what it's feeling like here. It feels like you are almost at the top of Mount Everest, Capricorn, that things are going to start to get a lot easier. You're going to be able to set up camp, have a good rest, maybe have some good food, overcoming challenges. Mountains in the tarot can be challenges, but everything is a double-edged sword in Taurus, right? In Taurus. Everything is a double-edged sword in tarot. I meant to say, I just did Taurus's reading. But you could be dealing with the Taurus. And the thing is that, it's hard to scale the mountain to get to the top. And it is a challenge that you do need to overcome. And it feels great when you get there. But you only get to spend a little bit of time there. And then it's time to start going down the mountain, which can be just as arduous, right? So it can be an accomplishment or something that you're celebrating, an achievement, but also it can be something that you need to overcome. We do have a rabbit. It says too much concern with sexual matters. So there could be something like that going on in your life, possibly. We do have the bridge. It says successfully overcoming a problem. Look, this could be the problem. Maybe the rabbit is the problem. Maybe someone keeps coming back trying to test you. It feels like there is, something here is actually over and somebody keeps coming back to get your fire, keeps trying to test you with fire. It could be that as well. Let's look at some tarot. Let's find out what's going on with tarot for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Capricorn, Capricorn, don't forget there is a sale going on, 10% off of all of my readings, no matter what kind, although I did put the sale on for, to go into Valentine's Day, but it doesn't have to be a love reading. Please take a look at the pinned comment for your coupon code for 10% off. Tell me what's going on for Capricorn, please. We've got the Hanged Man. Very interesting. So it's getting perspective on why why have you been working so hard? It feels like this Seven of Pentacles is like, I've been waiting and waiting for results, putting in all the hard work, and I think I'm sort of over it. I think I'm going to pause the work. I'm going to pause all the hard work that I have been doing here. Because I feel like you're coming to the end of something, right? We've got 9s here. You're coming to the end of a cycle, which tells me I think that you're kind of over it. We've got the Knight of Wands. I was saying right here, right? It says here with the rabbit here, it says too much concern with sexual matters. It might be because you have someone who is still hot on your trail who wants your fire. And I feel like you've been putting far too much energy into this connection possibly. And the Hanged Man energy tells me, I gotta pause this. I'm kind of over it. I gotta put it on pause. I need a different perspective here. Tell me what else is going on for Capricorn. We have the Two of Cups. So I think that you're pausing the whole thing. Like, I don't think you're dating anyone. I think you're putting everything on pause. I really need to renegotiate with myself. How much work am I putting into the things that I'm doing? And am I getting out what I'm putting into it? Am I really working too hard to get what I need here? It does feel like you are thinking about something here. The Four of Swords is always about, fours are always about stability in tarot. And so I feel like the fours are telling me here, this four is telling me that it's time to get clarity of the mind, time to get stability of the mind. This person is in meditation. It's time for you to find your answer rather than continuing this cycle that I feel it's like this is the time for you to successfully, finally, and overcome the problem, because it's been a major challenge here. And it feels like it's somebody that keeps coming back for you. Maybe it's an old employer that keeps saying, I'll dangle more money in front of you if you'll just come back for a few weeks and train my people. Or maybe it's a person who is offering you passion. Come on, we had a really good passionate time. It feels like you're being asked to know your worth and possibly to close some sort of door that's been causing lack. Spirit's trying to guide you out of the lack here. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So I do feel that there's a new cycle that's going to begin here, but it also, for some of you, feels like it's a repeated cycle. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. It does feel like somebody is coming back, possibly. The Six of Cups says that you have history with this person, or if you don't have history with this person in this life, it might be that this is like somebody who's been following you around energetically from lifetime to lifetime. That can happen, right? When somebody does you wrong in another lifetime, it's like when they come back here and you guys reunite in your energy, then they automatically go into the same cycle. It's somebody who can't get themselves out of a cycle, who's trying to pull you back in. But I feel like in this lifetime, you're trying to end the cycles. You're waiting. The vultures are circling and you just want to end it. So the vultures will come in and pick the bones. Like you're kind of over it, I think. Let's clarify a little bit here for you, Capricorn. Tell me about this new perspective, because it does feel like you have a new perspective about, I feel like you're supposed to overcome something. Let's talk about that first. How do you successfully overcome this problem of repeating cycles? It's like you need to notice that you have been in a pattern, because it's exciting to be at the 9s, but Capricorn, if you just get to the 10 and jump back in and repeat the pattern with somebody who is going to do the same thing to you over and over again, that's really not... it's really not fixing the issue. It's not successfully overcoming a problem. How can you successfully overcome some sort of problem, whatever the problem is for you. We do have the Six of Pentacles. You need to realize who you need to give more to and who you need to give less to. You can see here that she's giving a few cents to one, and she's giving a big basket of abundance to another. I feel like you really need to discern who's with you, who's against you, who's giving to you, and who's just there to take from you. It feels like you really need to decide where your reciprocity belongs. And this, you know, when we're looking at pentacles, it can be money, it can be energy, it can be time, whatever it is. We've got the Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups here? The Knight of Swords. Interesting. So I feel like the Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups energy is giving me, I need to get on a new cycle. I need to begin something new. And the Knight of Swords is telling me I need to do it aggressively. So you need to figure out who you really should be giving your energy to. Because I do feel with the Seven of Pentacles, you've been in a cycle for a long time, holding it off, waiting, hoping people will catch up, hoping people will give you as much as you're giving them. And I feel like you've become like a people pleaser. It's easy to tip into this energy of being a people pleaser. So I feel like you're the person who's been giving too much of your energy to something, and somebody's just been coming in and taking it and not leaving anything in return. Tell me what the change of perspective is on the Two of Cups, because you've changed the way you look at love, or the way that you look at the way someone is going to offer you love energy. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So that is your energy. That is Capricorn energy. And you are in your pre-Empress energy. The nines are telling me that, right? Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups. I can do it by myself. And we do have the Page of Wands. And we do have the Six of Wands. So, but you're saying, but Elsie, they're beautiful. This is my thirst trap, right? If I could put my hand into TikTok and pull out the thirst trap, that's the person, right? Like, I feel like you're like, but they're so beautiful and so desirable, and they give me a lot of attention, and they bring around so much excitement. Yeah, they do, but what they come in and they take from you, Capricorn. What do they leave for you? So you're the one with the abundance and the stability and the kindness, and you take care of yourself, and they're getting all of that and not leaving anything for you. But this is a loop that you've been in. We must notice our patterns, right? In order to be able to break free from them, we have to notice that they're happening first. Tell me who this Knight of Wands is, because this is a temptation of some sort. It feels like it, for some of you, it could be a person. For some of you, it could be somebody's like, but I got a side gig. Can you just come work with me for a little bit of time? Can I just send you to the next state for a little bit of time? I promise you I'll pay you well. Like, it could be a temptation of some sort, right? Tell me about the Knight of Wands. We've got the King of Wands. So I really feel like somebody is like, look, I'm not the Knight of Wands anymore. I have my own kingdom. But they're still coming in fire nonetheless. I think you see them for who they are. I think so. The Sun is here. I feel like you're seeing everything now. You are seeing that the King of Wands is acting out as the Knight of Wands. This king, yes, is a little more responsible with their energy. They are masters of their domain. They are people who are usually pretty stable, but this person, I feel, is somebody who they know that you adore them, or they know that you are very attracted to them. And I feel like you are going to see this person exactly for who they are. There's some sort of a breakthrough that's coming for you. And it's telling me the Nine of Cups. We were just talking about the nines. 999. You're going to look at this and say, well, you look pretty good. And this time you're showing up with a kingdom. And what I mean by that is the Knight is showing up as the king, saying, look, I've got money now. Look, I've got stability now. Look, like, I think that they're showing up saying all the right things, nonetheless running in fire, coming to get what they want, and they're coming to take it and leave, is what it feels like. So I feel like this person's coming in to give you a lot of passion, a lot of attention, maybe even bring you flowers. This person is going to flirt with you, have fun with you. They're very fun and exciting. But I feel like, you know, it's going to rock your stability. It's going to throw you off track, is what it feels like. Tell me about this Ace of Wands. What is this? We've got the Star energy, we've got the King of Pentacles, and we've got the King of Cups. So we got 3 kings here. The only king, can you tell me which one's missing? Yep, the King of Pentacles. This person is, sorry, not the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords. This person is not honest. They've not yet learned how to be honest and truthful and noble and factual. This person is somebody who's going to say, look, I've got money now. Look, I really do have some deep feelings for you, and you're just so desirable, Capricorn, whether you're feminine or masculine. This person is not yet the Emperor. They're not yet into this conquering energy, but I feel like this person is hiding something from you. They're not being honest, or we would see the King of Swords. So it feels like you really need to decide who you're giving your energy to, because I feel like somebody's showing up with, out of the blue, possibly showing up out of the blue with this Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords energy. You don't expect it. They're showing up and they're going to try and talk you into something by using your affections against you. What is the outcome here for Capricorn, please? We've got the 2 of Swords. We've got the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like this person is... it's like they're giving you an offer they feel like you can't refuse. I feel like you're not down for the shenanigans, is what I'm going to say. It feels like the Star is here, and I feel like this energy is telling me that this person says, oh, but I'm healed now. I'm healed now, and I really do want to settle down, and I really do want to fall in love, and I'm, very attracted to you. And I don't know why I'm not buying it, and I think it's because the Ace of Wands is here. It feels like when I feel the fire here, it feels like somebody here is here to take more than they're willing to give. And the 2 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles, I feel, is going to be your energy. It feels like you're icing someone out. I feel like your back is against the wall. You've got the boundaries up and you're like, you know what? I put those boundaries up for a reason, because I didn't want to have to make this decision. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. They're going to say, but we're friends. I feel like when we see the 3 of Pentacles and Ace of Wands, it's friends with benefits for me. It's a situationship. So it feels like there is a situationship, possibly somebody who might try and bust through your boundaries this week, Capricorn. We do have the 7 of Swords. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. You're almost at the 10s. It's your choice. When we get to the 9s are the place where you can drop the burdens. And I feel like the vultures are circling. And I feel like the time you spent with this person was not wasted. It taught you a lesson of self-worth, knowing your self-worth. I don't feel like you should trust them. I feel like they're here to take what they want and then they're gone again. I'm going to leave that there for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go. I'll be back, of course, because I'm always back. Love you guys and have a good evening. Bye-bye.